And welcome back, everyone, to part 7 of What If Naruto was on Team Guy? Why am I doing all these action poses? I do not know. I literally don't know. I just started doing that and just went with it. So, part 7. Last time we ended with Sasuke's retrieval. Basically, I decided Sasuke got away in this version. Barely, but he got away. And then Naruto went on his 3-year training trip. Now, I talked about what Naruto learned during that time. And I actually want to expand on it a little bit. So, as mentioned, one of the things Jiraiya definitely wanted to focus on was controlling the Fox's chakra. Naruto would still be at the 3-tailed form, but Naruto also would have the practice hand of using his gates with the Fox's chakra, because that's how the gates work. They not just release the limiters on you, they will amp your chakra up depending on how many gates you open. Guy who shouldn't have been able to tangle with Six Paths Madara nearly killed his ass when he went into 8 gates mode. Yeah, as strong as Guy is, there's no way without the gates he should have been able to even get near Madara, and yet he was nearly killed the man. So I think Naruto has started to practice with it, but I think all he does is base Kurama or base Fox Chakra, because there would be a big catch with the 8 gates in the Fox Chakra. I've come to realize is that'd be so much more of the Fox Chakra amping Naruto's system, that even though it would be a massive increase and it would probably be equivalent to a lot more tails, it would also give the Fox a lot more influence theoretically on Naruto, because so much more of his chakra is going into Naruto's system. Naruto can only handle 3 tails worth of the Fox's chakra. If you were to hypothetically, because we don't know what the amp really is for any of the gates, we assume it's almost like a 10 times multiplier depending what you're doing, but there's no real confirmation on what the amp is. But even let's just say if Naruto just doubled his chakra with opening the first gate, that would mean he would have the equivalent, maybe a 1 tail. If he tripled it, he'd have the equivalent more closer to maybe a 1.5 tail. If Naruto, and I mentioned that Naruto would also have access to up to the 7th gate. Naruto just going into base chakra mode with then going and say the 7th gate. If I'm doing the math right, based on this arbitrary number, he'd be doing more like the equivalent of a version 1 6 tails of chakra, something like that. So it would not behoove him to be using the Fox's chakra like that unless he absolutely had to. But beyond that, he would still be practicing with his taijutsu, even perfecting it down to a specific style, incorporating his winjutsu even more, perfecting more of the reversal technique they learned from Oogway, getting the summoning toad style with the toads, although it would take some practice, he would still get it down. And, like I said, learning some other techniques from the toads. And I have thought of a new technique for that we'll actually see in this part, so I'll keep it at that. Likewise, Naruto's outfit, real quick, has changed a little bit too. I still like the look from that 3rd movie, but I think you can update it now where he's actually wearing, say, the black pants. He's maybe even got black sleeves underneath his orange shirt. But that's, I think, his general look. So he gets back to Konoha. Everything's like, yeah, I'm back, Konoha, yeah! And still, it would be Sakura to find him first. Naruto, you're back? Oh, Sakura, hey, how you doing? Hey, Naruto, wow, you look great. What do you think? Do I look a bit more, what do you think? Do you think I look a bit more limited? You haven't changed a bit, Sakura, which, yeah, that'd still be him. Now, would Naruto still do a new pervy ninjutsu? Yeah, probably. Although, I have a feeling because of how highly trained Naruto is here, Sakura doesn't get that smack in on him. It's his instincts, he's like, whoa! It's what? He dodged? Whoa! Sorry about that, Sakura. I didn't mean to really, no, I'm not trying to start anything. Please, He's she starts throwing shots. Come on, we gotta go visit Okage. And he sees Kakashi and all that. Hey, everyone, great. And then obviously, but where's Guy Sensei? Oh, Naruto, there. Now, I actually asked that question, where's Guy Sensei? Would Guy be in the village right now? I will say yes for right now. In fact, I believe Neji was also in the village, so I think Team 9 was in the village at the time. And so Guy maybe hears, Naruto, you're back. Guy hey, it's like Naruto, Lee, Naruto, and it's a big old reunion. So, yes, I'd like to see how far Naruto's progressed over this time. That's what I know, young Naruto. And so they have a test. I never really go over the, should we call it the evaluation test? Just this little bit here. I never really go over it anymore because it doesn't change anything really. Just to show off how strong Naruto's gotten. After the fact, Team 9 shows back up. Neji and Tenten's like, Neji, oh, Naruto, Naruto, Neji, awesome, it's good to see you. It's good to see you too, my friend. And Tenten, it's like, oh man, you look great. And Tenten actually has a little bit of a blush. Well, you don't look so bad yourself. And Naruto actually has a blush on it. And Sakura even sees like, wait, what? And Neji's just like, yeah, no, whatever, what? I don't see anything. What are you talking about? So we should only get some food and catch up. So that's not a bad idea. Yes. Tonight we'll eat, and tomorrow we start our missions again. Yeah! And so, yeah, they catch up, they have a good time, but danger looms as the Kazekage is kidnapped. Now, in this case, though, see, here's the problem. I tried for the best of my life to look up whether or not Team Guy had already come back from a mission before they were assigned to go to help Team Kakashi. I could not for the life of me find whether or not that was the answer. I might be combining the fact that they were out of the village during the attack of pain. That might be what I'm doing, but let me know if they were out of the village and then came back and then had to go back, or if they were always in the village prior to like Kakashi backing him up. I want to say, or them backing up Kakashi. I actually want to say that they were out of the village, because if they were in the village, they would have already been sent to back up Kakashi. So I'm going to say they were out of the village, which would mean there is a change. There's actually a sizable change here. We have Lee, Sakura, and Kakashi out there going to meet Granny Chio, all that, and meeting up with Temari. Temari admittedly doesn't have that like moment of Naruto saying, he's like me, and I'm going to protect him no matter what. Thank you, Naruto. But still, it's overall fine. Gar would protect Kakashi from Chio. Now, that would obviously be brought up here is, does Sakura still train under Tsunade? And actually, yes, I very much believe she does, because when you look at Lee and what he's gone through, his determination, his will, and just how injured he gets a lot of the time, and she also sees what Naruto tried to do to bring Sasuke back. Yes, I think I think she fully would embrace the training under Tsunade to try to be there to help her teammates out more effectively. So yeah, I do think she would have the medical jutsu down. Obviously, we know that Team Guy would be meeting up with them later on. Naruto also hears about that Gar has been captured and is, he's pissed. He's rightfully pissed. Like, God, I'm gonna rescue him, Guy Sensei. I know you will, Naruto, but remember, don't lose your cool. You need to keep your head about you in order to save your friends. Right. Sorry, Guy Sensei. No, you're passionate, Naruto. He's your friend. And if you can't be passionate about your friends and the relationships you hold, there's no use being passionate at all. And for Naruto even has a brief moment like, Guy Sensei, Naruto. And even Neji and Tenten's like, oh God, no, it's contagious. He caught it. So they go to help Kakashi, but they run into Kasame, just as Kakashi, Lee, and Sakura run into Itachi. Now, something of note is I think Lee would be a little bit more like, you tell us what you've done. You're not getting Sasuke, no matter what. No, what? Who says I want Sasuke, Lee? I do not desire Sasuke. No, I desire something more. But I can see you have you take after your former sensei indeed. And it's like, how do you know? You should assume I know more than you at all times. Kakashi steps in. Itachi, how much of your eyesight have you lost? Kakashi, you. And then they still get the one up on the Itachi clone. My guy, Lee, still training under Guy occasionally, has been taught how to fight someone with the Sharingan. And something that occurred to me is like, Lee is not good at ninjutsu or genjutsu. Like, he has no skill for it, so that's why they focus on taijutsu. He still should be able to know how to negate genjutsu, though, channel his chakra to his feet. because there's nothing's theoretically stopping him from doing that. We actually don't know how much chakra Lee naturally has. Actually, it seems like it's a lot or a solid amount, and he amps it with the gates, but he just can't utilize it effectively. There's never actually been a real canon reason for why Lee isn't very good at genjutsu or taijutsu. I think the like perceived like fan theory is that he has like a malformed chakra system, or he's just something about his chakra is malformed to the point where he can't focus his chakra right into like hand seals. But there's never been actually a true explanation of it, unless it's in one of the novels that I've never read. Point being, on the Itachi side, I think they're able to handle him. Lee, has to go to like a first or second gate, but he's able to do it. Meanwhile, Guy's team is struggling with Kasame, but Kasame and Naruto are probably clashing. Boom! Naruto's got his tortoise shield, which he pretty much has like almost like a Captain America shield at this point. Well, that's a pretty interesting little technique you got there, kid. Thanks. You like this next one? Jail bomb! And just shoots the tortoise shield. Boom! Straight, blowing Kasame back. Kasame's known as like, I trapped those other ones in the water prison, but unfortunately I can't trap this kid. Because Naruto's got a gate open at least. Naruto's clones go, release Neji and Tenten from the water prison. I got you. And it's like, she's soaking, and he grabs her and she's soaking wet. And it's like, I got you. He's like, and she's like, your clothes are sticking a little bit to you. He's like, what? Don't worry about it. So now Neji, throws like a vacuum palm at Kasame, who blocks it, but now Guy goes into like 6th gate. Naruto follows suit. Guy Sensei, you ready? It's like, Naruto, seems you've trained well. All right, let's do this. Morning Peacock! Wind style! It's like, pretty cool, Guy Sensei, but maybe try this. And all of a sudden, he actually makes a hand sign, and he gets the wind around his hands. He doesn't know the tornado fist. I didn't give him that this time around. I should, but I didn't. And he's adding wind chakras. Peacock flaming Peacock fan. It's like, he's adding wind chakra to it. That's my student. They overwhelm Kasame. And so they all converge. They get to where Gar's being kept. They know that there's seals around. Neji spots them. Naruto sends clones out, which why the hell didn't Naruto be the one to do that? Come on. Like that would have made complete sense for Naruto to do it, especially with his reserves. And they bring down the chakra barrier. Then Naruto goes pop out of existence, which being those clones also pop out of existence that attack him. And they corner Deidara and Sasori. Deidara flies off with Gaara. Naruto says, "Bring it! You better bring it back!" Neji, go help Naruto. And Kakashi, you go after Naruto too. We'll take care of this. You sure, guy? Yeah, we got it. Don't worry about me, old friend. You just go after our student. Because now at this point they're almost like a joint couple. So they're going after Kakashi. Naruto is just enraged pretty much, but he's still just going, like just tracking, going after him. Neji's like, Naruto, you need to calm down. This won't help you won't help you save Gaara. Like, I know, I got it. As a Kakashi, he's right, Naruto. You need to relax. All right, fine. He's throwing out, the Deidara's throwing out some bombs to distract him. It's like, you're right. I need to relax. And then Naruto just holds out his hand, just does a, and his reversal is huge. And just sweeps it up and just rebounds back. It's like, these are yours. It's like, it's like, oh god, I'm getting bombarded by my own goddamn attack with a vacuum palm. Pooh. It's like he's shotting Deidara from the sky. Naruto is able to basically use his iron bands. Let's call them iron bands. Iron bandages to basically just Gintin, I think it's what it's called. Get to kind of grab onto the bird, and then using a technique he learned from Terraspin, just kind of twists and just delivers a wind blade that slices the wing, and then comes back with a Rasengan blasting the bird. And so Deidara starts going down. Kakashi and Neji attack Deidara while Naruto gets Gar's like, Gar, you're okay, right? Come on, man. And Gar's not moving. Deidara's cornered. I don't think he's lost his arm here, but he's like, not because like And all of a sudden they sense it, they feel it. Naruto's chakra is kind of starting to go haywire a little bit. And all of a sudden the first tail comes out, just rushes in right at Data. This time I think he just takes his arm right off. Just he's got not just the Kurama's chakra around his hands, but like wind amping it as well. It's like, you're gonna pay. Naruto, you need to calm down. Naruto, oh, this isn't good. What would Guy do in this scenario? Because Guy's the one who probably has the chakra seal for Naruto. Speaking of which, I do think they still take care of Sasori pretty effectively. Guy's even using like his 3-section staff to basically just block all of like the Senbone and even blocking a lot of the black sand. Tenten is unfortunately not suited for this fight, and I think they even say as much like, no, Tenten, this is not your type of opponent. You need to go help Neji and Naruto. Are you sure? Go. This is their sensei's command. Also, I saw this, but give Kakashi these when you get there. And there's the seals. Naruto's power is starting to go crazy. There's something Jiraiya gave me just to be safe. And Tenten and everyone at this point knows about the Nine Tails. I was like, it's the Nine Tails. Right. And she goes, and she eventually meets up with him just as Naruto's kind of going crazy. But more to the point, Sasori still goes down. I think Guy did show up at that point. And so basically all Team 9 is there to kind of aid Kakashi and Naruto. Kakashi is still hasn't even really used his Mangekyo yet. But now he sees Deidara is about to explode. And Naruto, who's probably in two-tail form at this point, and has one of his gates open, is about to lose until he actually sees what's happening. Like the bomb's about to go out, and he suddenly sees his friends, and he's able to collect himself enough to basically get his bearings and just applies all of his Fox chakra into one single technique. And it's like, there's an explosion! Everyone, brace yourself! And then and everyone's like, what? There's barely any wind. And all of a sudden they see they're wrapped in a giant chakra shell, like a dome. Ninja art, turtle dome shield. Guys, I'm sorry I lost it back there. He just kind of like, it took all the chakra he had, but because he put so much of it in there, that thing is not being broken by anything short of a sixth path. Or Kasame with a Samahara. So they get back. They have Gar's body. He's fading fast, and Chie ultimately gives her life, and Naruto aids her in that. They shake hands, say goodbye. Kakashi's actually in good shape, and that leads us actually to the bridge arc. Naruto would not be a part of this arc because he's part of Team 9. It's Team 7 who would be going, because Team 7's really the ones who fought him. Sakura also. So Sakura is important to go. Lee's important. It's important for Lee to go. And Kakashi can go on this mission. I think, though, they do bring in Tenzo, though, because I think his time in the Anbu would be beneficial. And they also include Sai in the team. Now, why would they include Sai? Danzo has been trying to get, some eyes on Naruto for a while, trying to get his own agenda in there. I think the elders still aren't happy with Naruto, but Naruto going out of the village. But I think Tsunade and I think Kakashi, because he is the leader of Team 7, both comments like this is not about Naruto is not part of Team 7. So you have no purview over him, at least in this terms of this conversation. You should be talking to Guy. And let me ask you: do you honestly think Guy is ill-equipped to protect Naruto if something should go wrong? It's like, well, no, then that's that, isn't it? Still, we have rights too, and you'll be having someone on your Team 7 for the time being, so we can keep an eye on that team. Your team is unbalanced. That team is unbalanced, Kakashi. You need another member, and so we've called someone in. Danzo, you may enter now. And so Danzo comes in, Lady Tsunade, Kakashi Hatake, and it's like, Now, again, you might be thinking, well, when they try to put something on Team Guy, well, again, Team Guys and Neji are both Jonin, so they should be able to protect Naruto, at least that'd be the excuse. Naruto's very strong, and so, again, that's really not, I don't think you can, because they're not lacking a sensei or a third team member, you really can't make an argument for Sai being on Team 9. Team 7, though, you can. And I think, for the mission to the bridge, that will go about the same. Minus the fact that you now have Lee, except for the fact you have Lee there and Kakashi there. And I think Orochimaru probably does get away. Because actually, it's a good question. At that point in time, who do you think is probably going to win that fight? Kakashi, who's drastically improved, or Orochimaru, who is in a weakened condition at that point? My money would still probably be on Orochimaru because he went toe-to-toe with Four-Tail Naruto, but either way, though, we now have a little downtime. We don't, and so everyone's just kind of, relaxing a little bit. Naruto it goes off the train a little bit, while Tenten's kind of just looking as he goes, and Neji kind of just looks over to him and looks over to her, and just looks at her as you really, if you want to just ask him out, it doesn't have to be weird. You can just say it's as friends. They go, what? What are you talking about, Tenten? I told you once before, my eyes see everything, and I can tell. And I can tell how you've grown very fond of Naruto. Well, of course I'm fond. He's our teammate. He's a good friend. Is that all he is? And even Tenten's like, and it's like, I know you've never been one to beat around the bush, Tenten. I'm surprised at you. It's like, beat around the bush, hell, the hell with that. And then she because they're maybe at the training ground. And she said, Naruto. I was like, what? Wait, what? It's like, Naruto, I'm going to say this once and only once. It's like, what? You and me are going on a date. It's like, huh? It's like, sorry, Naruto. I think she said you're going on a date. You two are going on a date. Wait, what? And Naruto, I actually forgot to do something I think would have been very funny, where Tenten maybe grabs him after he does the torch, kind of passes out a little bit, and he goes, I must be having that dream again. Tenten's holding me in her arms. I meant to do that, so I'm going to include that right now. And Tenten probably blushes. And so, it's like, hey, I heard what you said, how you've been dreaming about me holding you in your arms, and she's maybe holding back a blush, talking like this. Oh God, you heard that? I didn't mean it like that. You didn't? Well, I did not mean it like that. And it's like, wait, so you, now Naruto's like, wait, so you want to date me? No, Tenten actually has to go, I'm not saying I don't maybe like you. And now they're both, because this would be new territory for both of them, particularly someone like Tenten, who's taken her ninja career very seriously. And I think that would be the one thing from a story perspective that might prevent her from doing something like this, is that does she think it's going to get in the way of her training as a shinobi? Kunoichi? And the thing is you're old enough, you could die at any moment, live your life to your fullest kind of thing. So, no, I don't think. I think Tenten should be able to balance that. And so then what would you like to do? There's a bit of a festival. I'm making this part up, by the way, but we've seen there are constantly festivals within the Hidden Leaf. So maybe there's the market festival, whatever. The festival is still around. We could go to that if you like. That would be nice. Tonight, just say 7 o'clock. Yeah, okay. And they're both like, holy crap, which 7? And both simultaneously. And it's like, what did I just do? So, little slice of lifetime. They come out. No, they're not dressed in their ninja clothes. They're dressed more in a casual civilian wear. Naruto's like, okay, I can do this. It's like, this year, it's Tenten. We're just friends. We can do this. We can just date casually have friends. Even though, she now that I'm seeing, and maybe she even has her hair down. Because we don't know how often she puts her hair down. Maybe she has her hair down, and Naruto sees it, and she goes, and he goes, whoa. It's like, what? I've just never seen you let your hair down. And he's got a blush on. It's like, you look nice. You look really nice. And Naruto's like, yeah, you clean up pretty well yourself. And so they're kind of having this awkward moment through there, but why don't we play a game or two? It's like, oh, okay, cool. And they have a target practice game or something like that, and nail it. And to which the guy probably goes, you're shinobi, aren't you? I was like, oh, yeah. It's like, okay, hold on. No, it's fair. Shinobi have a right to play the game, too. But as a former shinobi myself, if you're going to be playing this game, you're going to be playing it on shinobi level. It's like, and bullshit. Then Naruto and Tenten both get grins like, "You're on," and so it helps break the ice. They get like snacks. Maybe there's a firework here or there. It's like, Meanwhile, Kakashi, Yamato, Sai, Rock Lee, and Sakura are struggling profusely to fight, immensely to fight Orochimaru. It's just horrifying. Maybe they eventually do catch up to Sasuke. And actually, I can see Rock Lee really having a good influence on Sai here. He could be the Naruto to Sai, or he can be what Naruto was to Sai. Kind of breaks through the emotions. It's like, why do you care so much about Sasuke so much? Because he's a friend, and he's a teammate and a loyal friend, and I was unable to save him all those years ago, and I want to try to remedy that problem, remedy that issue. That way when my day comes, I can go out with no regrets. That's what it means to be a ninja. To always be there for those by your side, no matter what. Ultimately, I think, he kind of gets through the side, but Sasuke just, he says, yeah, I'm not interested in you right now, Lee, or any of you. You know you're weak, right? So ultimately, he F's off. That being said, back to the nice part of the plot. Naruto and Tenten are probably having a very nice time, and another thing that's kind of oftentimes brought into fanfic, but I kind of like, is maybe they go to the top of the fourth Hokage's head on the statue, and some place that Naruto just likes to go and visit and just be by himself. I could totally see that. And so he goes there, and Tenten's like, "How many people you brought up here, Naruto? You playboy." He's like, "Well, you're the first." I was like, "You're messing with me, aren't you?" You're kind of easy to do it to. Well, whatever. To which Naruto then gets green, like, "You're cute when you tease." Like, what? It's like, okay, all right, touche. To which Naruto then kind of blushes, and they kind of have a moment where their hands are kind of touching a little bit, and just like, the infamous little. And they kind of hold hands a little bit as they're looking out. Nice guy. I was like, Naruto and Tenten. It's like, I don't want us to not be friends or anything. And Naruto kind of understands what's going on there. It's like, yeah, I know. I actually really do like you, Tenten. I guess it took me a little while to figure that out, but I actually really do. And Tenten's like, yeah, I really do too. And so and they just have that moment. They have that first kiss with each other. It's sweet, it's romantic, and so and they kind of smile like screw it, like we could die at any moment. So they're a couple now. Hooray! And they Naruto Tenten, or it's just Naruto, I guess, or Tennaru, take your pick, or Tenuzu. By the way, Tenten does not have a surname, so do we know what Tenten's surname is? So there's a theory. I know I think Nick did a video, NC Hammer did a video of if Tenten might be a Senju. But who knows? She has enough chakra to use at least the divine weapons at least once, so good for her. That takes a lot of chakra to do. We'll end with the death of Ozma. Naruto starts trying to incorporate the wind style into Rasengan, ultimately succeeds, and Team 7 ultimately joins. Team 7... I would say Team 7 joined by Naruto. I think that's the better way to bring it up. Joined by Naruto, and when Yamato there, and he shows out the Rasen Shuriken and wastes Kakuzu. So I think that's where ultimately we can leave off, leading into the Sasuke retrieval arc, or what we'll have for the Sasuke retrieval arc. So that's where we're going to end part 7. Figuring where we are right now, we're probably going to be going at least 2 more videos, maybe 3. We'll see where we end up on Sunday's video. Because Sasuke retrieval arc, that means most of the Sasuke retrieval arc would actually go very quickly, which means we'd actually be leaning more into like the Pain stuff. So Pain's invasion of Konoha would probably happen. And maybe even the Kage Summit, now that I think about it. So yeah, I think next video you know what? I think I'll finish this in 2. I think I will. I mean, don't get me wrong. There'll be long videos, which you guys tend to like, but I will finish it in 2, I think. So next week will be the last episode of this, and we'll move into the other 2 Naruto what ifs. One of the 2, Devil Fruit and Zanpakuto. Until then, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. See you next time.